Welcome to Galactic Command Tarot. This is a psychic beacon. So if you're watching this, then you're a member of Galactic Command. Now you can choose to believe that or not. But as it is, you exist in one of two states or conditions, and that is either active or inactive. Now active means everything I say or do or pull from the ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck will apply to you. Inactive means everything I say or do or pull from the ancient Galactic Command deck will not apply to you. To decide whether you're active or inactive, that choice is in your own heart. And we'll leave it at that, okay? So, this is the ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck manifested by Archangel Michael in the presence of the Almighty God, so it talks. Well, how can I put it? Nothing is impossible for the Almighty God. You can watch this video today, tomorrow, or a million years from now, and somehow it will work. Okay? So, as a member of Galactic Command, you volunteered to be here. You followed the psychic link, and this reading is for you. Okay? So, we'll shuffle the deck the way Archangel Michael taught Archangel Wendy, who was commissioned to create the very first tarot decks for mankind. I don't know what they look like, but they were designed to help mankind access the light in their heart. So, just shuffle the deck until you feel like stopping with your left hand. Cut it into 3. Place it back together. And this is your reading. Oops, it was 2, just so you know. The 9 of Swords. I shift in power. There's been a powerful shift in the energy flow of the planet. You are feeling this inside of you. Swords are thoughts. This is a 9. So this has been building up. This is building up for a while. You are literally completing an upgrade. Now, where you are in an upgrade is completely dependent upon you. Now, Galactic Command sends downloads to you, and the amount depends completely on who you are. If you're not that very experienced, then you might only get 1 or 2. The more experienced you are, the more you get. You might get 20. You might get 100. But you're very close to manifesting a new level in your own psychic activity. Now, this is part of the Twinflame Journey. So, this is very relevant because it affects what happens in the planet around you. Now, Galactic Command has been very busy for the past couple of days. So, as I said, it doesn't matter when or what time or what place you are in, it's relevant. So you are upgrading and shifting. Your vibrational frequency is shifting. And it's to the positive. It's always to the positive. affecting the earth, which is good. Here's something you should practice. Okay, I did this a lot for a while. I would imagine a ball of light, just like a tennis ball. It's good. An orange, something like that. Just a ball of light in your hand. And I would walk around in like grocery stores or in buildings, and I would pretend that ball of light was in my hand, which is the energy coming from my heart. It would concentrate it there. And as I would touch something, I would leave a little bit of that light on it like a fingerprint. And that way, anybody else who came by and touched that surface, they would feel some of that light go into them, and they could touch someone else, pass it on, and pass it on, and pass it on. It would grow less and less, but I was passing that loving energy in my heart, and I was spreading it out. And I would do that. I would walk around, and I would touch doorknobs. I would touch, I'd go in it, and I'd touch areas where people were walking, or if they were browsing. I would touch cereal boxes. I would go in there, and like in the grocery store, I'd touch a box of cereal. I'd open up a door and touch a container of milk. I'd walk off, and I'd just leave bits of my light out there in the world to pass on to others. You can do the same thing. It's just a simple thing. Just pass, it's a way to spread love and light to the world without actually having to interact. If you don't like to interact, it's a wonderful way, to send positive energy to the world. Here's that second card that was supposed to be coming up. Seven of Pentacles. And it's a multiple choice. Just like this. Just what I was talking about. You can decide to do it or not. As you do it, it will affect other people's lives. It'll bring, it may just bring a smile to someone who was expecting, a kind of a boring day, and for some reason they just smile, and it creates a beautiful memory in them about maybe their childhood, or about a family member, or a good friend, or an experience like a picnic, or a school graduation, or just playing with other children or with other people, One little thought affects those around you. It affects their lives. It affects their choices. That's what he's doing. He's looking. He has all these choices he can make. None of them are bad. All of them are good, but they all have different circumstances. They all have different purposes and functions and responsibilities and consequences. They're all good, though. That is the thing. He can pick any one. He can pick them in completely different orders. He can go through every one of them. But he has a choice. None of them are bad. They're all good. Just what order does he want it to happen? And as you can see, he has no idea which one, because they are sealed. It's kind of like your life. Make a choice. They are all good. They all have different purposes and functions. Those two words are very essential for your understanding of the universe. Some people will say, why do good things happen to bad people? And why do bad things happen to good people? The absolute answer is There is a purpose and a function to all things. You may say, why is all this horrible war and activity going on? It serves a purpose and a function. Think about World War II. It was atrocious. It was horrible beyond belief. But there were people who came together, the greatest generation of all time. You have the baby boomers, you have Generation X, you have the millennials, you have Gen Z. But you have the greatest generation of all time in World War II. And why is that? Because they were the only generation so far that fought to save the world. They saved the world with their grit, with their lives, with their love. They knew they had to win or fail, and failure was not an option. That's why they are considered the greatest generation ever. Who can say, how can you live up to that? How can you live up to a generation that saved the world? Choices. Knight of Pentacles. It's just piggybacking onto what I just said. Choices. You can think. You don't have to rush it. Just like him right here. He has a package he has to deliver, but he's not rushing it. He could take a shortcut. He could double back. He could go forward. He's going to think. Just think. Take a few minutes. Take a few hours. Some days maybe if you want. None of them are going to be bad decisions. Decide what order. That's always best. You can always start at a beginning and an end. And then write the decisions down. It's just, this is an exercise I like doing. You take 10 choices. Do I want to do this first? Do I want to do that first? Do I want to pay this bill? Do I want to go here? And you write them down. And then, if you want, you can cut them out into pieces of paper or something like that. But then you write the list down, you look at it, and you go, oh, I don't want to do that first. And you put it somewhere else, and you put that one there, and then you start juggling them around like a puzzle. And after a while, it's okay, this is the way I want it to go. Because the way I thought about it, I don't like it. This makes more sense. Pentacles are parts of your life. And look, choices. The Hanged Man. Take a different perspective. You are Galactic Command. Hi. You can choose. He's giving you that signal. Signal. It's a good choice. It doesn't matter what choice you take. It's possible you already know which choices you want. You have two guardians that are always with you. When you come to Earth, you have two, literally described closer to you than your skin. They're members of Galactic Command. You chose them to come with you, to follow you, to help you evolve mentally and physically into the person you're going to be. Your mission here is to complete the twin flame journey, to find that other part, that energetic part of your heart. Literally, just think of it as your heart being a mass of energy that's split in two. You get one, they get the other. That is your true love. You spend out your whole time here looking for them without a single clue of who they are, where they are, what connection they have to you, if they were even born in the same year as you, or earlier or later. And you have this feeling in you that you need to find something, that you need to move, that you need to travel, that you can't stay put. That is the twin flame journey, that you are always looking. You're always feeling, I need to be somewhere else. I need to be doing something. I can't stand still. And if I am still, I am miserable. I need to take off. I need to find something. That's the twin flame journey. Some people have the twin flame and they're living with them. Some people haven't. There are soulmates which are different. Those are people you encounter during your lifetime. You can be very happy with them, but they are not your twin flame. Soulmates are people that are kind, just like you, just like me, courteous, kind, polite, and you can live with them. But they may not be your twin flame. When you find your twin flame, you will have an overwhelming sense of literally love at first sight. It'll be mind and heart and body, literally. You will be in love all the time. Even if you have an argument and you have a downright fight, when you look at each other, you will still be in love. That's interesting, isn't it? When you sleep together at night, you'll literally face to face. You literally want to breathe in the air that they breathe out. That is just how deep that love is. And it's all from the little choices of finding each other. And there are no bad choices. All you have to do is make that determination that I want to find them, whoever they are. Literally like that in your life. Where are they? What's going on? You could be facing completely different places or different directions on this planet. Could be in completely different countries. Something will bring you together. No matter how much distress is in your heart, when you make that choice, something will bring you together. Is anything too hard for the Lord, for God, on this planet? The thing about standing in different directions on a round object, eventually you're going to go all the way around and face the other person. You have to make a choice. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's scary. Doing a list, like I said, isn't good. But look at the face he has. It's a crossroads. It's part of who you are, what makes you. But look, it's the perspective. peace, victory. Hey, you can do this. Just listen to me. I know you can't see me. I might be standing right next to you. You may not be able to see me, but don't worry. Don't worry. There's an analogy I give you. Remember I said, you may not be able to see me. They stand to you, closer to you than your skin. Okay? Here's a good way to imagine it. Excuse me. Imagine you're a blind man or a person who cannot see and was born without the ability to see in front of them. Okay? And yet, every day, you wake up, nobody talks. You don't hear them. You don't hear them breathing. You don't hear them talking. You don't hear them moving around. But they're, it could be your family, it could be your friends. They walk in the morning, you wake up, they help you stand up. Your clothes are ready. You reach over and there's your pants and you put them on. You walk outside, down, well, let's just say you're on the same floor. You walk out to the kitchen. There's breakfast ready. You eat. Someone's cooked for you. You smell the food. And you sit down, you eat. You get up. The plates disappear later on. The stove isn't hot. There's nothing blocking you. Everywhere you go, it's easy. You go outside, you walk down, you use your cane, you walk down to the store, the door's open, you find your milk, your cereal, your bread, you go back home. You don't hear a single thing, but everything works. And yet they are standing right beside you. They are moving the chairs out of your way. They are moving back and forth, putting the bowls on the table, cooking the food, making sure everything is happening, and yet you can't see them, you can't hear them, but they are right there, working with you, opening the doors, making sure you find that milk and that loaf of bread. That's how it works. They are right there. It's like you just can't see them. Like a blind man walking around like this. And yet they could be right here, just out of reach. Right here. Could be 5 of them. Could be 10 of them. They could be walking all around your house, but they're making sure that you are being taken care of. Just like that. Hey, we're helping you. We're helping you. Bottom of the deck. The star. Just what I was talking about. Look. That's you. In the tent. In the middle of nowhere. And there they are. That's a member of Galactic Command, and that is a divine, angelic being working together. Doesn't matter where you are. They can find you. They can be with you. It's part of your destiny. It's part of the divine journey, the grand adventure. The grand adventure of your life. Think of it as that. Think of it as that. Remember, you come literally from somewhere else. Look, spaceship. You volunteered to learn what it was to be a human on this planet, what it was to love and to learn, and you trained and you sacrificed, and then you volunteered to come here on an adventure of a lifetime where everyone said, you know, you're not going to remember anything. You know, there's a chance you may not find your twin flame. You may not find anyone else. And yet you came forth and said, I will take that chance. I will take that adventure, the grand adventure of a lifetime. And here you are. And you're not alone. They are there. I'm here. I'm trying to help. That's all I can do. It's up to you to make the choices and the decisions. You can ask for the downloads. You can say, operator. And that's all you have to say. Like a telephone operator. I'm ready for downloads. And they will send you downloads when you sleep. And in the morning, it's up to you to understand what they are. They may just come as transmissions, radio signals, or they may come as dreams, or they may come as understanding. There you go. That's the overall message. So, that's your message. It applies today, tomorrow, or 1,000,000 years from now. It doesn't matter. And as the angels say, good luck, and I will talk to you later.